and welcome to Sustainable Prepping, your home for fear-free emergency preparedness and a sustainable life. My name is Brecky, and if the opening clip didn't give you a hint, y'all, I've got some news. And that news is that we are moving. Yes, that's right. We are moving. We finally have made the announcements. We've cleared it with our bosses. We've signed a lease. We've got new jobs. Well, my husband has a new job. We are waiting on a little bit of paperwork for the court so we can take my stepsons with us. And once all of that is clear, y'all, we will be hitting the road. Yes, that's right. My big news is that we are moving. I currently live in rural West Virginia and I have loved it. I've lived here 5 years. My husband has lived here 10 years. It's been fabulous. But, jobs and family, all our family lives in North Carolina, and so we are moving across the mountains over to North Carolina. We're going to be living in the Research Triangle area while my husband gets a new job, and I got a lot of stuff to pack. Woo, buddy. I have a lot of packing to do. I'm going to take you along and show you a little bit of what I'm doing to pack my emergency preparedness stuff. I won't do that in this video. This is more of an announcement video, but I will take you along and show you a little bit of what we are doing. We are moving for a lot of reasons, but the big one is family. All of our family is in North Carolina. All my husband's family is in North Carolina, and then my family is in Georgia primarily. So we're gonna be moving a whole lot closer. We're gonna be living right down the road from my sister-in-law, and my father and mother-in-law are gonna be moving to the same area. One of my family members has cancer, and so we are also moving to help be a part of a caregiving team for them. So that's a part of our decision to move now rather than wait a year, which had been kind of our plan, was sort of wait and see where this global panini is going. But we're moving, and I have a lot of feelings about moving, and I'm gonna tell you about those in a second. But first, I wanna show you some of the packing I've already done. Okay, so here are the totes of my Thrive Life, and this is just the small pantry size. See how nicely they fit in there? I love it. And actually this box right here is all pantry cans, and then these two here, these are all my number 10 cans in these boxes, as well as, we'll take a step back, this big blue tote. You can't really see it, but that big blue tote, which is quite large, is all my big number 10 size cans right there. See how much use my treadmill's getting right now. So we are beginning this packing process, and this is just our long-term freeze-dried food storage right here. So these two, let me see if you can see my finger. Boop, boop, there it is. These two, this one, and then this giant big tote here is all freeze-dried food. Now here in this messy closet, because we've been taking, this is where we had everything, and then as I have, see, I've got some of these buckets stacked, and I got some buckets stacked here. These two totes also have my midterm pantry here, and we're gonna have to repackage those and figure out how that's going. This is all artwork I never hung. I've got a sewing machine up there, which is, to me, a part of emergency preparedness. All kinds of gear here. This is just one office. Hello, people of the internet. This is just one office, one closet full of stuff, and as you can tell, it's a mess because we're beginning to pack. And then over here is just the remnants. So I'm going to be showing you how we are going to be cycling out. So these are about 2 years old, and I'm going to be donating those. They're still in perfectly good condition, but because they're 2 years old, and my mid-tier pantry plan is to always be cycling things in and out, I'm going to be donating those to charity along with some other stuff, and I'll do a whole video on that in the next couple of weeks. Y'all, we are really excited about this move. We are excited to be with the family, to be moving closer to family, and to be starting fresh somewhere new. Now, we aren't moving into our forever home. We are looking for the right piece of property. We have looked at lots of different houses. We looked at an incredible 10-acre homestead that was like ready to go. They had animals that would confer with the purchase. It was incredible, but the house was just too small because we have 4 kids. So it was not a big enough place for us. But we are looking for some property. We are gonna rent for a year, and I'm going to take you guys along on the journey of transitioning from a rural rural, homestead, sustainable type person to a more urban. We're not living in the middle of a big city. We're not moving to Raleigh or Durham. You know, we're not going to live right in downtown, but we're going to be in a much more urban area. We're going to rent a townhouse for a year. So I'm going to show you how to do a little bit of apartment and small space container gardening, because gardening is essential, and no matter where you are, you can grow things, and growing something, especially right now, is absolutely important. So I'm going to take you on that journey, and we're gonna do that together, because everyone can grow something. I know the lighting is terrible, y'all. I'm upstairs and I don't have all my kit set up, but I'm going to show you that. I'm going to give you some tips on how to move your emergency preparedness gear when it's time to do that. And I am going to take you along and show you how to do emergency preparedness in a more urban environment. I have been in a very rural environment. I've lived in the middle of a tiny town. The whole area is less than 7,000 people. And now we're going to be moving to a place that has more than 20,000 people that is adjacent to much larger cities. So we're going to be going towards a more urban environment. I'm a little anxious about it. I love living in a small town. Hopefully we're gonna eventually resettle slightly outside of where we are now in a smaller town, but staying in the same school districts, because that's important. But I'm excited. My kids are a little bit ambivalent about it. They're kind of excited, I think, for a change and to be near stuff and cool things and fun food and bookstores and all the things that an urban environment has, but I think they're anxious about leaving their friends. I'm excited to be around some more like-minded people. I'm excited to be around more amenities, right? Again, more farmers markets, more CSA options, more holistic health options, all these things that are just really hard to find where I live. But I'm a little anxious about population density. I'll be completely honest. A little anxious about people. The more people means more nonsense. So I'm a little worried about that. That being said, I am really excited for the change. I think it's going to be great for the kids. I know it's going to be good for us to see our family more often. And our big decision was, if SHTF happens, we want our family close. We really want to be able to gather with a family, to pick a location, to be able to hunker down as necessary, or to evacuate together as necessary. We've got some places we can do that with. We will have to change our bug out location, because we won't have identified a walking location like we can here. We have a farm that we have had as our bug out location that's less than 7 miles. I think it's like about 5 miles from here, and we could walk there. It'd be a hike, but we could absolutely walk there. We'll have to reestablish that. And so I will take you along as we think about those things. As you move to a new place, what do you need to be looking for? How can you have an open heart and an open mind about a new location while also being sensible? We'll do all that together, friends. I know I took a little bit of a hiatus. I took an unintentional month off because my husband went to Rome for a conference, like Rome, Italy. He's out of the country. My in-laws were here for almost 2 weeks, which was wonderful, but also very busy. And then the kids were finishing school, and we were getting them off to their summer adventures, and we were looking for houses, and we were signing contracts, and it was a big deal. And so now I can tell you where we've been, why we've been gone, and show you all the mayhem that is afoot in our house. Y'all, I hope you're doing well. Comment down below and let me know what big transitions, what big things are going on for you this summer or winter if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. What's going on this season for you? Are you excited about anything? Are you excited to follow my transition? If you are moving, let's do this together. Let's talk about and trade tips, because moving happens, and preppers have a lot of gear they have to move, and deciding, what of this gear. Now, there's a lot of books here. We're going to be donating a lot of books. We've already donated a ton of books. What goes, what stays of your food supplies, like these, these green beans I'm not moving them. I'm going to donate these because we have a lot of hungry folks in our town. So I'll be donating a whole bunch of that kind of stuff. What goes, what stays, what's worth moving. If you're using a moving company, they can't move everything in your pantry. Anything that's open food, they can't put in a moving truck. So how are you going to deal with that? What are you going to do with all those things? I've got a whole bunch of ideas, and I will take you along. Comment down below, let me know how you're doing. It's so good to be back. It's so good to be talking to all of you. Let me know if you want to do some live streams, some summer live streams. I would be really excited to do that. So let me know if you're interested. As always, my links to my Instagram and the Facebook group are down below. And looking forward to all the conversations. I have missed you all. And until the next video, y'all, happy prepping.